So you're going to start off with the ECHO. I'm going to start out with the STIHL. We're going to take down 4 foot high grass and see what it does. So surprisingly, both of these went through that stuff with ease. I mean, we had 4 foot grass, we had weeds growing up in there, like stalks as big as my thumb. They both did a great job, especially being just lower end commercial units. They did a great job. Do you have any feedback on it?
Yeah, I hate to say this, I was kind of surprised. This machine hung on that wall, and your brothers didn't want to even pull it off. I said, well, take the STIHL, and they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, well, I had this guy in my trailer for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and they kept grabbing the ECHO because
I had the ECHO in my trailer for 3 weeks at least, if not more. And then I swap it out and put this in my trailer for at least 2-3 weeks, and just so I could get the experience on both of them. The problem here with this guy mainly was the head on it.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I mean, you're dealing with 15-20 acre properties. You always have to keep a extra line in your side pocket, sometimes even 2 extra spools of line, and then you have to change that while you're going around the property. And this thing almost made me carry another tool. I almost carried a flathead with me the whole time, just to get the head off.
That's the biggest problem with this machine.
It's the biggest problem.
It doesn't have the speed. It doesn't have the speed head on it.
The performance, in my opinion, is the same. Okay, the guards are different a little bit. Performance, in my opinion, is about the same.
Well,
they're fairly close match units. I would pick this in my trailer any day over this guy, just for the fact that it comes with that head. Now, if I was going to use this unit, I would have to put an Echo speed feed head on there. What do you think?
Well, if you're looking at buying this, and they both performed good,
Well,
but
what about the test we just did? What do you think? Because I think the performance is pretty evenly matched.
that's what I said. I felt both machines were pretty good.
Okay,
The problem
let's just argue on this thing.
Wait, you say, hey, don't you have something to say? But then 3 times you talk over me.
Yeah. Great.
Guys, am I right?
Yeah.
I'm right.
It's not going in there.
Oh, it should go in there.
It's not going.
This
in
all
there.
should go in there so they see what I have to deal with. The problem with this machine is, I think they're priced about the same. Am I correct? But you got, what is the speed head? $30? So you got to add $30 to the cost of this machine because that head's got to go. Nobody uses that head. I don't even know why I still would put it on
The
there.
thing is, I do like this, how wide this
Yeah,
opening
the filler
is
cap is nice.
for the gas. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
the filler cap is nice. The machine is nice. You have a $30 cost when you buy this machine to get rid of that head. Performance was good. I was actually surprised. I've had this brand before and stuff. I haven't been that happy, but I can't criticize it that much.
You can definitely see the difference though in this guy compared to the one that's not the torque model. Same unit,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but it has a different gear ratio.
Yeah.
This goes through the thicker stuff like ease, and it's perfect to throw on your trailer because it's just so lightweight. You don't have the weight of these heavy commercials. Even though this is still a commercial, it's lower end because it doesn't have.
Well, not lower end, but middle end. Wouldn't it be more in the middle?
No, this is actually
The lowest
lower.
commercial they have.
This is just the lower end.
Oh. Okay, well, I'd like to point out something that Echo changed. I think they changed it. I don't know when they made the change because my Echo I've had for probably 9 years without a problem. This is the complaint that I had about Echo when I bought mine. This piece there was more like this piece. Okay, and it would always jam up on my hand. Now I didn't notice that out there, but this is what Echo did. It's still safety enough, and it's small, and you never have a problem with it going down or being, and holding it a certain way. And here it's still like similar to what Echo did, and I
because depending on how you grab it, there's so much here.
Yeah,
it can
bind.
Yeah, on itself.
And that's
you have that lip around here.
No,
and it's just this.
This was a great change.
Yeah.
And they're still using this. So if I gotta nitpick on this machine, this here, you gotta hold the button to turn it off instead of just hitting the switch and it's off. You gotta hold this button. If you let and I've got a blower back there like this, and you gotta hold it and hold it and hold it because it runs so good, it just keeps running and finally it shuts off. I didn't get an opportunity to use this button, but the switch is better. I think the switch is safer, and then the speed head, and that's that's a nitpicking machine apart. So you got an extra cost. You got something that has been upgraded on this machine. Both machines did pretty well. I was impressed. Your brothers never wanted to use it. It hung there, hung in your trailer.
Yeah, well,
and I'm an Echo
because
man.
they are all used to using the speed feed heads because that's all we use.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that makes
that's
the only thing that makes sense to us. There's
Yeah.
people that do it and they carry around tools with them just to pry that head open. And we buy Echoes. One of the main reasons is not only because of the efficiency, and I never have problems with Echo.
No, I mean I've got old
and the speed feed head.
I've got old.
I mean, I had a minute compared to 10, 15. That one time I had to come in the shop and change that head.
Well, my Echo, that was their top machine when I bought it. But I bought that in 11. That makes it, what, 9 years old?
Yeah.
And I've done nothing but change head. Because obviously you're gonna wear a head out, but that's all I've ever done to it, and it's as strong as could be. So.
Yeah, well, you don't even change the head, you just change the bump plate.
The bump plate. So, that might be just nitpicking because both machines are pretty good, but I think that puts them a step ahead. So
evenly met. So if you're gonna put this guy in your trailer, you need to buy a speed feed head for it. So add another 25, 30 bucks to your price of this. If you're gonna buy this guy, you're ready to rock, and you can put it in your trailer, you have the speed feed head, and you're not gonna get frustrated on the job because it's the worst thing that happens. So you have fairly the same cost, but add 30 bucks to that guy.
You know, and this is, now, I go a little bit more old school. And, you know, I just did a review on something I bought. And in the review, I said the company needs to be as good as the equipment. Okay? So these machines are close together. And I wrote a real good review for these guys because they answered my emails real fast, sent me a great product, and I felt they deserved it. So when it comes down to it, on the nitpicking, to me it's not a nitpicking.
No, that's why we.
It's a company that I want to deal with.
That's why we have dealers that we deal with. That's why I have no problem driving a half an hour, 45 minutes to go to a certain dealer. Same thing with, I have no problem buying a certain product just for the dealer support, just for the manufacturing support. I've never dealt with STIHL before, but I haven't heard the best things about them.
Well, but see, I don't know. But what I do know is this: when you walk into a dealer anywhere around where we are, what's on the shelf? All STIHL.
It's all STIHL.
Now a big
you get a little bit of Echo and Shindao in the back corner.
I don't know the facts on this. I don't know how much square footage. This is what I've heard, and this is what I've been told by reputable people. In order to have STIHL on your shelf, you have to earmark a certain amount of square footage for them, or they won't put it in there. Now, there's a reputable dealer here that we bought a lot of equipment for, and because I've primarily used Echo a lot, where is it? I see all STIHL all the way across every piece, every product they got, and they stuck Echo in the back by some used equipment. I was pretty upset about that, and I made even mention to the dealership. So you won't see Echo in nowhere that I know of.
Well, you'll see
unless it has a whole complete wall and everything else is pushed away. I don't like to, you know what? What are they afraid of? That's what I got to ask. What are they afraid of? Why do they have to, the only way we're going to put it in there is under these rules. What are they afraid of? Are they got to stick Echo, they got to stick Red Max, they got to stick all this other stuff in the back corner somewhere? You get one or two pieces of this other pieces of equipment, because the only way STIHL will put it in there is if you give me all this square footage.
Yeah.
You know, I get their business tactic. I say, what are you afraid of?
That says something right there.
And for that reason in itself, I question their. I don't like their business tactics. Big guy trying to push somebody out. I don't like it. I don't like a bully. And that's what I see when I walk into place and I want to buy a new piece of equipment. Maybe it's not an Echo. Maybe it's something else. But here, the whole wall is nothing but STIHL. I say to STIHL, what are you afraid of? Friendly competition. So for that in itself, you will not. I would probably not buy this. I'm an old way of doing things, man.
And you got this review. Echo let me do this review on their competitor's product, which says something right there.
Which says they're not afraid of them.
Yeah.
And I've met oh boy, I've met a STIHL representative. I didn't know he was a STIHL representative. It was one of those open house things, luncheon open house things, and I thought I was talking to a salesman of the business. And STIHL was not so happy with me because I mentioned something about their bully business tactics, and I didn't like the way a certain piece was designed, and he wasn't so happy with me. I remember going out to that show with you, and I met a bunch of the ECHO people out there, and it's like they're open for the criticism.
Yeah, no.
How can we make our
push
product
the criticism just so they can make their products better.
How can we make our product better? So obviously they're not afraid of nobody, and they don't have to use bully tactics to sell their equipment. So that in itself, you will not see this product in my lineup.
Okay, so everyday use, you're going with ECHO.
Yeah, I think that I'm not going to say this machine was a bad machine, but the company has to equal the machine. When all the dust clears, the company has to equal the machine. Not going to happen. It will happen.
Well, I like that. I like that answer. I'm gonna have to go with ECHO too. Power was evenly matched. Speed, feed height is a big game changer for me. And
yes,
I have to agree with what you said.
Yeah,
that's a huge factor.
Just as
I mean, we can nitpick these things all day.
Yeah,
with every little thing, but
it's more to me than just buying the machine.
In the end,
it's more to me than just buying the machine. It's the company has to equal the machine, and this doesn't. To me, these guys don't do it. They don't cut it with me. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that wraps it up.
Wham bam! Thank you, Sam. The old man here.
Yeah.
Voicing his opinion
bam,
again.
Thank you, Sam. Review by the old man. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys, and this wraps up this one.